Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here, Golden Opportunities Coaching. Welcome to those of you who are new. Welcome back to those of you who are seasoned veterans of what we do around here. And we're on a better schedule, hopefully, in July. My goal is to get at least 5 or so audios out per day, so you have tons of content to check out. If there's a content you would like to hear, please feel free to comment below, and we can make that happen for you. In any event, one of the things that we're going to discuss today is the benefit of what is it like when a person reaches exhaustion. Mental exhaustion, emotional exhaustion is a real thing, and what kind of effects does that have on a person's body? What kind of effect does that have on a person's psyche? Those are the type of things we're going to talk about today. There's about 6 things I want to go over in that area, and so one of them is if you're mentally and emotionally exhausted, if you're close to a breakdown but not quite there, but if you're one step above or below, depending on your perception, a breakdown, one thing that's very clear is you will anger easily. You'll anger over things that really don't matter. So you might get angry if the coffee pot didn't turn on time. You might get angry if your partner walks into the room when you're trying to finish something. You might get angry if you are trying to cut coupons and you forget to cut one or something. These are inconsequential life events that happen to everybody, but they cause legitimate anger and sometimes rage within you because your mind is frayed, and one more thing not going right takes you over the edge. So the next thing in this type of exchange is you feel lazy, you feel lethargic. It takes you a lot of effort to do basic tasks. Mental and emotional exhaustion exists because you're doing too many things or you're going in too many directions at once. And so the simplest of tasks, something from washing your hair, brushing your teeth, taking a shower, getting something to eat, even maintaining a schedule, hitting deadlines, all of these things become so insurmountable, so stressful and frustrating that everything you do, even the most simplest of tasks, become overwhelming. And by that, then you start to feel like, I don't want to do anything. And what happens when a person's exhausted is you'll start with good intentions at the beginning of the day. Okay, I'm going to get 7 things out of my list of 10 things done today. And then you'll probably get up and you'll do one thing. And then you'll go, oh, that took so much more than I expected it to. You'll become frustrated, you'll become tired, and you'll convince yourself, okay, I must not have slept well, I'm overwhelmed, I'm going to go lay down for 15 minutes, for a half hour. And then the half hour comes, or that predetermined length of time comes, and you go, okay, you know what, it's been a long week, I'll give myself one more 15 minutes, half hour, whatever it is. And before you know it, the day is gone or half gone. And that usually happens for people who are in emotional exhaustion for extended periods of time, which is the next thing we want to get to, and that is you're always tired. You can sleep for 12 hours, 14 hours, 16 hours. You can sleep above 8 hours a day for several days in a row. You can take naps throughout the day. You can change your sleep schedule, and you're always physically exhausted. You're always tired. This is also a sign of depression and exhaustion, often caused by panic and anxiety disorders. But if you're going through this, your body, your mind, your spirit, all of them have gone beyond their exhaustion point, beyond the limitation of what they can handle. And so sometimes resetting your schedule can help. Other times talking to a counselor can help. Other times literally forcing yourself to exercise and then maybe having a nice cup of coffee or something that would soothe you can help. But the idea is you've got to force yourself beyond that exhaustion point momentarily. Now, obviously, if you have a physical condition, that's not there, but you've got to break the pattern of giving into the exhaustion sooner or later, otherwise it only gets worse. Another thing to consider is a person who has chronic exhaustion, actually, believe it or not, and this has been proven by science, has a lowered immune system, thereby their immunology being lowered means it's easier for them to get sick. Now, this can mean a whole bunch of illnesses, everything from the common cold to the flu to things like pneumonia and bronchitis, to more serious issues like heart disease, high blood pressure, even some cancers can be caused by extended exhaustion because cellular production is modified when our immune system is modified, and our immune system is modified when we are not well rested or continually unrested. So it is super important to care about reaching levels of exhaustion. I know, especially in Western culture, it's just push through it, and it sounds counterintuitive if you are, doing that every day to not take care of yourself. There's a delicate balance. So if you're exhausted and it's mental, then taking a day or two here and there is good. But beyond a few days or a few days break, when it gets to, let's say, day 3, day 4, certainly day 5, 6, and 7, there's another potential emotional health issue going on. Whereas if you are, emotionally exhausted, you're going to feel numb. You're going to have difficulty with expressing any emotions. You're going to feel ambivalent. Oftentimes, you might even feel annoyed when people ask how you feel about things. You're going to keep conversations exceptionally short and do anything not to confront, emotional issues, challenges, or anything of the sort. Now, the last one, and this will sound weird, but your sleep pattern changes to virtually no sleep. No matter how tired you are, the racing thoughts in your mind when you've reached past a point of exhaustion will cause you to become more exhausted, more tired, but because your mind won't shut off even though your body wants it to, you actually end up becoming more and more physically tired, but your mind doesn't shut off, therefore you don't get the rest you need, which contributes to you getting sicker, which contributes to you being always tired, and then the continued tiredness causes your other emotions to shut down. So all of these things are interlinked. If you are dealing with this, work with a counselor, a psychologist, psychiatrist, pastor, coach, anybody really, to kind of regain your balance, because without balance, we have no quality of life. And so balance is one of the most important things, if not the most important thing, that a person can do for themselves. Until next time, this is Scott Golden. I remind you, keep your feet on the ground, your mind in the moment. Till next time, everybody.